In the NBA, you're either a legend people worship or a villain they never forgive. Steph Curry, the baby-faced assassin fans can't get enough of. In a league filled with giants and egos, Steph Curry became the most beloved revolution the NBA never saw coming. Standing just 6 feet 2 inches, without crazy athleticism or brute strength, he didn't just survive, he changed the game. Curry didn't need to dunk over people. He shot over reality itself. The moment he crossed half court, defenders panicked. His insane range turned the three-point line into a weapon of mass destruction. And fans? They loved it. He was humble, loyal, family-oriented, and flashy without the arrogance. People saw themselves in him, a smaller guy making giants fall. From breaking his own three-point record 5 times to winning unanimous MVP in 2016, Curry didn't just win, he inspired. He was the underdog-turned global icon, and his lovable charm combined with his deadly skill made him the NBA's golden boy. Even rival fans couldn't help but admire him, until the next guy showed up. Draymond Green, the NBA's living controversy. If Steph is loved for his purity, Draymond is hated for his chaos. Trash talker, nut puncher, podcast host, and serial technical fouler, Draymond Green is basketball's version of a villain. He doesn't care if you like him. He wants to break your spirit, mentally and physically. Whether it was kicking Steven Adams, sucker-punching Jordan Poole, or getting suspended during the 2016 finals, Draymond thrives on controversy. And fans? They despise him. Not just for the antics, but for the arrogance. He plays like he's the smartest guy in the room, even when he's costing his team. His stat line may be modest, but his voice is loud. Critics say he's overrated, protected by Steph and Klay. But others argue, without Draymond's intensity, the Warriors wouldn't have 4 rings. Love him or hate him, he makes sure you never forget him. He's not here to be liked, he's here to win. Derrick Rose. The broken hero fans still cry for Derrick Rose wasn't just a point guard. He was a movement. In 2011, at just 22 years old, he became the youngest MVP in NBA history. Explosive, humble, fearless, he didn't just beat defenders, he embarrassed them. His crossovers snapped ankles, his dunks tore through big men, and every time he rose in the air, the crowd rose with him. Chicago believed again. The city saw in him what they once saw in MJ, a savior. Then the knee buckled, again and again and again. Rose's fall wasn't just physical, it was emotional. Fans didn't just watch him get injured, they felt it. It was like watching a hero fall mid-flight. But here's the magic. They never stopped loving him. Whether it was his 50-point game in Minnesota or his quiet leadership in New York, every comeback felt personal. Even with shattered knees, Rose's heart made him immortal. And that's why fans still chant his name. Not because he's the best, but because he gave us everything. Ben Simmons. The talent who refused to try. Ben Simmons was supposed to be the next LeBron. 6 feet 10 inches with elite vision, speed, and defensive instincts. He had all the tools. But instead of greatness, we got hesitation, fear, silence. In Game 7 of the 2021 playoffs, Simmons had a wide-open dunk, but passed it. Not just the ball, but the moment. Philly fans booed, and the NBA world never forgave him. It wasn't just his poor shooting, it was the refusal to improve. The missed free throws, the disappearing act, the excuses. And then came the drama, ghosting the Sixers, blaming mental health while spotted practicing with his phone in pocket. The guy went from all-star to afterthought in a year. Critics say he never loved the game. He just loved the lifestyle. And while talent fades, effort sticks. That's why fans turned on him. Tim Duncan, the silent giant who let rings do the talking. He never flexed, never trash-talked, never chased headlines. But Tim Duncan still walked away with 5 NBA championships, 2 MVPs, and the respect of the entire basketball world. He wasn't flashy, but he was flawless. The big fundamental didn't care about highlight reels. He cared about winning. His bank shot, deadly. His footwork, precise. His leadership, quiet but absolute. Teammates loved him. Opponents respected him. Fans, they worshipped him. Duncan gave San Antonio 2 decades of greatness. No scandals, no drama, just excellence. When others chased stardom, Tim chased banners. And when he retired, he didn't throw a farewell tour. He just quietly left, like a shadow in the rafters. A true gentleman in a league of chaos. Loved not because he wanted to be, but because he earned it every night. Patrick Beverly, the master of mayhem fans love to hate. If Duncan was silence, Patrick Beverly is noise. Loud, annoying, aggressive. Pat Bev doesn't just play defense, he infiltrates your soul. From trash-talking LeBron to shoving Chris Paul in the back during a blowout, Beverly has made a career out of pissing people off. His stats? Whatever. His impact? Psychological warfare. Fans call him a fake tough guy. Opponents call him reckless. Coaches either love him or bench him. But there's no in-between. Whether it was mocking Russell Westbrook's stat padding or pretending to wipe tears with a towel in a press conference, Beverly is a walking meme machine. He's the type of player you hate until he's on your team. But most of the time, he's not. And that's why the hate just keeps growing. Nikola Jokic, the jokester who became a juggernaut. He was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. He looked more like a bouncer than an MVP. And yet, Nikola Jokic became the best player in the world without saying much of anything. Jokic's game is like poetry from another planet. He moves like a tank, passes like magic, and shoots like Dirk. He made back-to-back MVPs look easy. And when people questioned his dominance, he led Denver to its first NBA championship ever. No drama, no super team. Just dominance, in silence. Fans love him because he's real. No ego, no attention hunting. He rides horses in Serbia in the offseason. He hates interviews. He doesn't chase fame. He just wins. And in a league full of branding and social media noise, Jokic feels like the one guy who still plays for the love of the game. That's why he's adored by fans around the globe. Trae Young, the villain who embraced the role. Trae Young should be a hero. He's small, flashy, fearless, and once dropped 48 in the playoffs at Madison Square Garden. But instead, he's become one of the NBA's most hated villains. Why? Because he loves it. In that 2021 series versus the Knicks, Trae bowed to the crowd, shushed fans, and declared MSG his personal theater. And fans never forgot. They say he flops too much. He hunts fouls instead of plays. He takes logo threes and jacks up bad shots. But worst of all, he talks like a superstar, without always backing it up. Hawks fans are split. The rest of the league, they boo him like a WWE heel. But Trae leans into the hate, because he knows villains get remembered too. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the humble superhero with superhuman power. When Giannis came into the league, he was a skinny kid selling trinkets on the streets of Athens. Today, he's a two-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and NBA champion, with a finals performance that will live forever. 50 points, Game 6, no help, no mercy. But what makes fans love Giannis isn't just the dominance, it's the joy. He laughs at his own dad jokes, he hugs fans, he stays loyal to Milwaukee when others flee to super teams. He plays like he's still earning every minute, every dollar. And when he won that title in 2021, he didn't just celebrate, he cried. Because it wasn't just for him. It was for his family, his country, his story. And that's why Giannis isn't just loved, he's cherished. James Harden, the beard that burned bridges. James Harden has talent for days. Scoring titles, MVP, historic 60-point triple-doubles. But despite the numbers, he might be one of the most disliked superstars ever. Why? Because of the way he leaves. Houston demanded a trade midseason, showed up out of shape. Brooklyn quit when things got tough. Philly, same story, different beard. Add in the iso ball, the foul hunting, the disappearing acts in big games. It's a recipe for resentment. Harden made history, but he also left scorched earth behind. And fans? They've had enough. Especially when he blames everyone but himself. You've seen legends praised and villains roasted. But what happens when one guy goes from most loved to most hated in the same career? That's coming up next. Allen Iverson, the rebel who changed the NBA forever. Allen Iverson wasn't just a player, he was a culture. Barely 6 feet tall, covered in tattoos, rocking braids and baggy clothes, he walked into the NBA like a storm. And from day one, he let the world know. He wasn't changing for anyone. Iverson played every game like it was life or death. He took hits, got back up, and kept fighting. He crossed up Jordan, dropped 50 points in the playoffs, dragged a weak Sixers team to the 2001 finals. And though he never won a ring, fans didn't care. They loved him for his heart. He stood for something bigger: authenticity. When the league wanted him to act professional, he said, "I am who I am." AI gave everything to the game, and even though the media didn't always love him, the fans always did. Today, Iverson isn't just remembered. He's respected like a legend. Dillon Brooks, the trash talker who couldn't back it up. Dillon Brooks tried to be a villain, but instead of becoming the next Draymond, he became a meme. He called LeBron old in the middle of a playoff series, said he poked bears. Then LeBron dropped 22-20-7 and sent Brooks home. No handshake, no response, no media, just silence. Fans hate fake toughness, and Brooks felt fake. He talked big, but didn't play big. He got ejected, fined, benched, and then ditched by the Grizzlies. Under no circumstances will he be brought back, the team said. Now he's with the Rockets, but the hate followed him. And in a league full of loud players, Brooks might be the loudest with the least to show. Fans don't boo him just because he's annoying. They boo him because he tried too hard to be hated, and still wasn't good enough to make it work. Vince Carter, the human highlight film fans. Still miss Vince Carter didn't just dunk. He destroyed gravity. From jumping over a 7-footer in the Olympics to winning the greatest dunk contest ever in 2000 finals, Vince made every game feel like a movie. But he wasn't just flash. He had heart. Vince stayed in the league for 22 seasons, mentoring young stars, accepting smaller roles, and earning love from every fan base he touched. Raptors fans, Nets fans, even Magic and Hawks fans all cheered for him. He never won a ring, but fans didn't care, because Vince gave us something else: memories. And in the end, that's what fans remember most. Paul George, the star, who went from hero to headache. Once upon a time, Paul George was loved. He battled LeBron toe-to-toe in the East. He came back from a career-ending leg injury. He was humble, strong, and reliable. Then came Playoff P. The nickname started as confidence, but quickly turned into a joke. Missed shots, bad turnovers, no-show games. Fans started calling him Pandemic P. He made excuses, blamed teammates, and after blowing a 3-1 lead with the Clippers, his image crashed. Paul George is talented, no doubt. But the fans felt lied to. Like he talked like Kobe, but played like a role player when it mattered most. That's why the hate won't go away. Not until he proves he's more than just a name. Damian Lillard, the loyal killer fans. Die for no super team. No ring chasing, no drama. Damian Lillard stayed with the Portland Trail Blazers for over a decade when he easily could have left. And even without a championship, fans love him. Why? Because Dame time is real. Game winners, 60-point nights. That cold wave goodbye to the Thunder in 2019. That shot still lives rent-free in everyone's head. He raps. He's humble. He respects the game. Lillard is the guy who stayed loyal, played hard, and never asked for handouts. Fans see him as the last of a dying breed. A real one. Kyrie Irving, the genius who lost the crowd. On the court, Kyrie is pure magic. His handles are unreal. He hit the biggest shot in Cavs history, Game 7, 2016 Finals. He should be a fan favorite forever. But off the court, it's chaos, flat earth, anti-vax drama, locker room problems, leaving teams in worse shape. Brooklyn gave him everything, and he left it in flames. Boston fans still boo him nonstop. Dallas is his latest shot, but fans are done giving him chances. Kyrie's problem isn't talent, it's trust. Fans don't know which version they're getting, and in a league built on connection, Kyrie keeps breaking it. That's why the love turned to frustration. Then hate. Kevin Garnett, the fire that never burned out. Kevin Garnett didn't play basketball. He attacked it. From his early days in Minnesota to winning a title in Boston, KG was intensity personified. Screaming, sweating, banging his head on the stanchion. This man brought warrior energy every single night. He talked trash to everyone. He said wild things. But he backed it all up. He won MVP, DPOY, and a ring. More than that, he led. He bled for the game. And fans, they loved it. Because KG never cheated effort. He gave 100% every second. Even his enemies respected him. He was chaos with purpose, fire with heart. Grayson Allen, the cheap shot specialist from Duke to the NBA, Grayson Allen built a dirty reputation. Tripping players, elbowing guys, throwing reckless fouls. And the worst part? He always acts like he didn't mean it. Fans hate fake innocence. And with Grayson, the pattern is too obvious. Just ask Alex Caruso. Allen's flagrant foul broke his wrist. Bulls fans never forgave him. Even teammates seem unsure about him. He plays hard, but dangerously. And in today's game, where stars need protection, Grayson Allen is the guy who gets booed before he even touches the ball. So far, we've seen loyalty praised and betrayal punished. But coming up next, what happens when a player goes from joke to legend or a hero to outcast in just one moment? Ja Morant, the high flyer who lost his grip. When Ja Morant first burst onto the scene, he was electric. Explosive dunks, fearless drives, rookie of the year. People loved Ja because he was different. A skinny kid from a small school dunking like he had rockets in his shoes. He made Memphis relevant again. He was exciting, humble, and looked like the next big star. Then, it changed. Gun videos, Instagram lives, suspensions. Back-to-back off-court issues made fans question who Ja really was. He had the world in his hands and started throwing it away. Now fans are split. Some still love his talent. Others are tired of the drama. The same guy who once inspired now leaves people disappointed. It's not too late for Ja, but he's walking a thin line. And in today's NBA, reputation is everything. DeMar DeRozan, the mental strength fans respect. Deeply, DeMar DeRozan didn't win MVPs, didn't win a ring, but he earned something maybe even harder: respect. DeMar spoke openly about depression and mental health, something rare in sports. And he still balled out. 20-plus points per game for over a decade. Mid-range killer. Veteran leader. Even after being traded for Kawhi, DeMar kept working. No complaining, no drama, just quiet greatness. Fans admire his honesty and the way he's handled every setback with heart. Dillon Brooks, still public enemy. Number 1. Yes, we already mentioned him, but fans still won't let it go. Every city boos him. Every highlight feels like a roast session. And it's because Dillon doubled down. He wanted to be hated. But he forgot one thing. You still have to play well. The more he talks, the more fans push back. And unless he proves he's more than just noise, Dillon Brooks will stay stuck on the wrong side of NBA history. Manu Ginobili, the crafty legend who made winning look beautiful. He flopped, yes, but Manu Ginobili also changed basketball. The Eurostep you see every player use today? Manu brought that to the NBA. He was smart, smooth, and clutch. 4-time NBA champ, Olympic gold medalist, sixth-man legend. Fans loved Manu because he was humble. He came off the bench when he could have started. He sacrificed stats for rings. And when it mattered most, he always delivered. San Antonio didn't just love Manu, the whole world did. Matt Barnes, the fighter, without a filter. Matt Barnes played angry. He was the guy who'd elbow you 1 second and post about it the next. He chased drama, on and off the court. From fighting Derek Fisher over personal drama to being ejected more times than anyone remembers. Barnes was that guy. He'd get under your skin. He played defense like a bar fight. And fans hated it. Now he's on podcasts, still stirring things up. Some fans love the honesty. Most still remember the chaos. Jamal Crawford, the human crossover. No all-star games, no championship rings. Still, Jamal Crawford is one of the most beloved hoopers ever. Why? Because he made magic happen every time he touched the ball. Crossover kings, 4-point plays, impossible shots off the bench. He won 3 Sixth Man of the Year awards, but more than that, he gave fans moments. Every game felt like street ball in the NBA, and fans loved him because he made the game fun. Simple as that. Rajon Rondo, The genius that fans couldn't stand Rondo was smart. Almost too smart. He saw plays before they happened. He helped Boston win a ring in 2008. But his attitude? That's where the problem started. Fights with coaches, locker room tension, known for ignoring plays on purpose. He played like he was better than the system. And fans don't like when talent comes with that much ego. Even when he helped the Lakers win in 2020, the love was lukewarm. Because Rondo was always the guy who made fans say, great player, but man, what a headache. Alex Caruso, the bald mamba. No one expected Alex Caruso to make it. Undrafted, undersized, unathletic. But he made it through pure hustle. And once he got to the Lakers, he earned his stripes fast. Steals, blocks, fast breaks. Caruso became the ultimate role player. Fans love underdog stories, and Caruso is the face of it. No flash, just heart. Even today, Bulls fans adore him like a hometown hero. Kendrick Perkins. The talker who talked too much as a player, Perkins was just okay. Tough defense, big screens, no real scoring. But as a TV analyst, he became the villain. Hot takes, wild rants, fighting with Draymond, getting called out by KD. Perkins seems to say whatever gets the most noise, and fans notice. Instead of helping the game, many think he's just fueling arguments for clicks. And that's why fans don't just ignore Perkins, they roast him daily. You think that was wild? Wait till you see the final 5 matchups, where love turned to betrayal, and hate became respect. One of these players even got booed at home, by his own fans. Coming up next. Kawhi Leonard, the silent assassin. Fans admire Kawhi doesn't say much. He lets his game do the talking. 2 NBA Finals MVPs, 2 championships, Defensive Player of the Year. His hands? Legendary. His calm? Ice cold. Fans love Kawhi because he's mysterious, focused, and humble. No flashy social media, no trash talk. Just clutch moments, like the Game 7 block on Paul George or that iconic shot to send the Raptors to their first title. But his quiet nature also makes him feel untouchable. Fans respect the grind but wish he smiled more. Still, Kawhi is a favorite because his game is pure business. Russell Westbrook. The Wild Storm fans can't stand. Russell Westbrook plays like a hurricane, loud, fast, and all over the place. Triple-doubles? He's got more than anyone else in history. But fans often see chaos instead of control. Westbrook's style is aggressive, sometimes reckless. He's been criticized for poor shooting and bad turnovers. Add the constant drama, trade demands, team clashes, and that infamous 2017 MVP snub debate, and you have a star polarizing every fan base. Some love his energy. Most just want him to calm down. In short, Westbrook is the NBA's love-hate hurricane. Chris Paul. The point guard fans respect deeply. Chris Paul is the definition of basketball IQ. His passes, surgical, his leadership, legendary. Despite being undersized, CP3 has dominated for over a decade, turning bad teams good and good teams great. Fans admire how he controls the tempo and protects his teammates. His rivalry with younger stars shows his hunger. Paul's clutch playoff moments and mentor role make him beloved by basketball purists. JaVale McGee. The meme king, who couldn't stay serious. JaVale's career is a highlight reel, for all the wrong reasons. Turnovers, silly mistakes, and blunders that make fans shake their heads. His Shaqtin' a Fool appearances became legendary. Despite flashes of skill, JaVale never earned serious respect. He's a fan favorite for comedy, but a hated player for mistakes. He brought laughter, but rarely trust on the court. LeBron James. The king who rules and redeems LeBron is the greatest basketball story ever told. From Cleveland's savior to Miami's villain, and back to a hero again in LA. He's lived every fan emotion. He wins titles, breaks records, and makes clutch shots. But he also faces hate for his super team moves and media presence. Fans either love him or love to hate him. But one thing's clear, LeBron's legacy is unstoppable. He's the player everyone talks about, watches and debates endlessly. Hated phase, the Miami years. When fans turned on the King, LeBron's decision in 2010 shocked the world. Leaving Cleveland for Miami felt like betrayal to many fans. His flashy announcement and teaming up with stars made him a villain overnight. For years, Miami LeBron was booed everywhere. Even some teammates couldn't stand the spotlight. But as he won titles and matured, the hate slowly faded. Today, most respect his journey. Hate turned to admiration. Kawhi Leonard. Quiet killer with heart Kawhi. Again? Yes, because his contrast with KD tells a big story. While Kawhi is quiet and focused, he's also loyal. He stuck with Spurs and Raptors, becoming a champion without drama. Fans love Kawhi for his humility and clutch moments. He's the quiet hero in a loud league. Kevin Durant, the superstar who divides fans. Kevin Durant is pure scoring talent, one of the best ever. But his move to the Warriors in 2016? That's when fans started hating him. Many called him a cupcake for joining a team that just won 73 games. Durant's social media wars and perceived softness made the hate worse. Yet when he left Golden State and battled injuries to win again with Brooklyn, some respect returned. But fans are still split. Love his skills, but question his choices. Magic Johnson. The showman who changed the game Magic was basketball's ultimate entertainer. His flashy passes, infectious smile, and winning charisma made him beloved. 5 NBA championships and 3 MVPs prove his greatness. Fans still watch Magic highlights and feel the joy he brought to the court. His leadership off-court, especially his HIV activism, only added to his legend. Charles Barkley. The outspoken rebel fans. Love to roast Sir Charles was never the quiet type. His trash talk, wild personality, and controversial takes made him both loved and hated. While he never won a ring, his passion and honesty earned him respect. As an analyst today, Barkley keeps stirring the pot, sometimes annoying, sometimes hilarious. Fans can't stop talking about him, whether they love or roast him. From legends adored to villains reviled. The NBA is a story of passion, loyalty, and drama. Every player's journey is a battle for love and respect. So, who's your favorite? Who do you love or hate the most? Drop a comment below and let the debate begin.